G'day, it's Shane here from Wine and Grape TV, and thank you for joining me and helping me bring McLaren Vale wine to the world. Today I thought we'd do something a bit different. Too lovely a day outside to be sitting inside all day, and thought I would share my backyard with you. So welcome to my backyard. Two wines as per normal. Excuse me. The first one is a Haselgrove Primo Taglio, which means first cut, 2008 Chardonnay, which is a blend of Adelaide Hills and McLaren Vale Chardonnay. Chardonnay seems to have become unpopular, I'd have to say, in recent times, but I still think it makes a wonderful wine, so I'm really looking forward to this. The Primo, better get this right. The Primo Taglio concept first cut means that it's free run juice. That's the concept behind first cut. So very much getting some melon here. It's interesting, the information from the winery indicates that a portion of the wine has been fermented and aged in some oak, and a portion of the wine was made separately as unoaked and then blended. So I'm not getting any real oak characters coming through. Maybe a little bit of tropical fruit, definite melons. Very pleasant, very pleasant. I must say I'm a believer that Chardonnay, to be really good, shouldn't be naked, and when I mean that, it should have some oak with it. This is certainly, there's no oak monster there at all, but you can tell that there is some oak treatment in there. There is some those oak tannins, just very, very slight, to give it a better mouthfeel, I think. Definitely melons, definitely some tropical fruit, maybe some pineapple in there as well. Well, that's tropical fruit. But a very, very nice, well-rounded Chardonnay from 2008. Yep. That wood certainly has added some complexity, some extra mouthfeel, and you can't get those with just plain naked Chardonnay. So for me, no naked Chardonnay, just a little bit of wood, not those oak monsters, the big buttery ones that I remember from the 80s, say. But I certainly enjoy this wine. So the Haselgrove Primo Taglio. Now Haselgrove's interesting. A year, 18 months ago, something of that order, they shut down their cellar door in McLaren Vale. They got new owners, and the new owners have decided to take a different tack, and getting good fruit from different places. So they've got Adelaide Hills, so there's some Adelaide Hills in here. There's some Coonawarra and some of the other material, not in this one. Obviously McLaren Vale fruit. I've also seen some Langhorne Creek, and there's some wines that are labelled Southeast Australia, so I'm expecting there's some Riverland fruit in there to produce wines at different price points, different styles. But based on this, and this is my first wine that I've tried from that stable, that's a pretty good start. Now, the second wine is a Graham Stevens wine, Stevens the Arrogant Cleanskin, 2007 Shiraz Grenache. Now, the Arrogant Cleanskin, where's that coming from? Well, Graham is very much against clean skin wines. He had a previous experience where somebody came to his cellar door, many, many years ago now, somebody came to his cellar door and said, this wine you sold me is unpalatable and not acceptable, and I want a replacement. Graham tasted the wine with the person involved, and yes, the wine was unpalatable, but he was able to prove that the wine was not from his stable. and since then he's been very against clean skin wines because people can mix it up. You know, they get clean skins from different places and they don't really know where it's come from, and you know, has given him in a bad light to at least one customer. And if there's one, you know there's more. So dead against it. But in the last 12 months there's been a lot of people asking him about, is there a lower quality wine that they could get like a clean skin? So he decided to make his clean skin, but his clean skin is not naked. I'm talking about nakedness today, aren't I? But the clean skin is not naked. So it does have a label on it. It's got here, arrogant. This wine rejects being stereotyped as a mere clean skin. When placed alongside other clean skins, it shows contempt for its classification and refused to go naked in front of its public. Let's see if it measures up to that introduction by the back label. Shiraz Grenache. I personally am a big fan of both varieties. I personally like the blend as well, so I'm really looking forward to this wine. There's a bit of plumminess, and then there's that really that really juicy fruit, red fruits that you can smell there, which I'm assuming comes from the Grenache. It has a very the back half of the aromas are very much McLaren Vale Grenache like, which I said I like. So I'm really enjoying the aromas from this wine. A little bit of perfumey coming through. And just a little hint of tingle on the nose, which means high alcohol. Now I note it says 13.5% alcohol on the label, but smelling this, maybe, well, my nose thinks it's a little bit more than that. Not saying my nose is right or wrong, that's just what my nose is detecting. So let's give it a try. So the typical Shiraz flavouring of plums comes through there. Starts off quite plummy. The mid palate of that juicy fruit that I was talking about, that I was smelling on the nose, really comes through, and that's coming from the Grenache. Just really love that. And then it really combines together on the finish. There's a little bit of a red fruit, black fruit combination that you would expect from this blend, but I really get that on the back palate as it comes together. And there's just a hint of tannins in there. So it's a reasonably soft wine, but powerful in terms of fruit, soft in terms of tannin. There's good acid in there. Look, I really enjoy this wine. I don't taste a lot of clean skins around McLaren Vale. I've decided to move away from clean skins, reasonable amount, and of course bringing reviews to you, you don't want me to talk about clean skins all the time. But I must say that that is probably in the top 3 clean skins that I have tried in the last 6 months from around McLaren Vale. So they've done a really good job there. It's not a big monster of a wine. There's nice fruit. There is structure there. So there's enough tannin to create that structure, but not much else. Definitely a drink now wine. Nice big bit of pork, smothered with a fry up of onions, mushrooms, capsicum and tomatoes all in together, and then as it's all melding in together, put in some balsamic vinegar. Reduce that down almost to dryness and smother that over the top of the pork. With a few glasses of this would be lovely. So an interesting couple of bottles of wine today, just sitting out in my backyard, which I thought I'd share with everybody. So thank you for joining me. Have a great week. More importantly, have a safe week. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.